All right, we're going to jump back into the OU scandal because Annalise has a little fight in her because Drew has kind of said that should we kind of take fraternities off the table everywhere.
I'm really not interested in telling people what to do. I'm interested in them taking a good look at this because wherever why do we tolerate this is my question. Like, why, if we put anything up, fill in the blank with any other crazy behavior like we're seeing here, and we go, well, let's get rid of that because that's just having a terrible impact.
It is everywhere, though, Dr. Drew. You want to talk about hazing? Look at the bans on college campuses. We had the most hazing come out of those situations. You want to talk about sexual assault? The athletic programs. It's horrible. And the difference, I know that you've talked to a lot of campuses, right? Mm-hmm. And I bet that when you go in and you talk to fraternities and sororities, you're talking about sexual assault, you're talking about alcohol abuse, because the Greek system brings in people like you to educate that system.
No, what happens, let me tell you, it's quite the contrary. No, what I have is, it's funny you would say that. Particularly university, I hadn't thought about it this way, but I'll tell you what my experience has been. Particular universities where there's a large Greek system, first of all, it's a voluntary presentation to the entire student body. The Greek system never bring me in, but they're always required to come to my lectures, and they are the worst, most disdainful members of my audience.
Interesting. You know what I don't like about it, because I do understand they do so much philanthropic stuff. There's a lot of benefits to the Greek system.
Civic engagement.
But what I saw first,
the males.
what I saw firsthand at UCLA, and this is just my personal experience, and why I never wanted to join a sorority, was the fact that it was so segregated. Like, I knew they would go around campus. This is the hot chick sorority. This is the loser sorority. This is the black fraternity. This is the Latino fraternity. I don't like that. This is where the jocks
high
go.
School, we go, okay, no more. We say no more.
Yeah, and I went to one party, and it felt very, I left. It felt very cliquish and divided, and everything that I did not want my college experience to be about.
At its core, there's a sexism, because a lot of places have fraternities and not sororities that exist, and how can you justify that?
Can you agree that it needs reform, though?
I think that
there's some weird old-ass traditions.
I think it is being reformed. I think that in the last 10 to 15 years, you've seen changes in the system. And it's a system that's accepting that responsibility. And yes, they come to those events. And I think, what was it, in Alabama, they really got hit recently with not having the integration. Yeah. And so all of a sudden there were many more African American females, especially in the sororities, than there were before. So they are changing and evolving. But the fact of the matter is,
I'm happy to give them a chance to change.
They provide a family and a community to people that are going to big schools for the first time, leaving their support system at home. They encourage
expensive. I don't like that. I couldn't even afford it.
But a lot of organizations are expensive.
Even if I wanted to join, that made me feel isolated. That made me feel like, oh my gosh, I can't join your sorority because I can't afford $1,500 a month. That bothered me. Okay, so that's just my personal experience.
What do the viewers think?
What do the viewers think? And I think, like Annalise said, I don't think the Greek system's going anywhere. But how can it change for the better? What can they do?
I'm all for giving it a chance to change the better.
Of course,
they do so many good things.
They do.
I'm willing to let it.
And the graduation rates are higher for people in the Greek system.
Let's deal with the problem.
Yeah. So what needs to change in the Greek life to make it better? Let us know.